Dear students, let us discuss the next category of intellectual property law, intellectual property rights, that is industrial designs. And what do you mean by industrial designs, or whether designs can be registered as a part of intellectual property law. And industrial designs are nothing but, you can see some of the industrial designs, how it look like. And all these are designs which can be registered and which can be protected as intellectual property rights. And if you look into the definition of design, what do you mean by design? Section 2D of the Indian Designs Act, which defines a big definition, a long definition, an inclusive definition of design. And the Act says that the design means only the features of shape, the configuration, the pattern, the ornament of composition of lines or colors applied to any article, whether in 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional or both the forms, by any industrial any industrial process or means or manual, mechanical or chemical, separate or combined, which in the finished article appeal to and are judged solely by the eye. This is the first part of the definition. It means that the design is judged solely by the eye. Solely by eye means, it means that it is the visual appearance which give you the design, and the definition which clearly says it is a features of shape. It can be shape, it can be configuration, it can be the pattern in the material, and also it can be the composition of even the colors, that also can be registered as a design. And it clearly, in the second part of the definition, it clearly excludes, and or it can say that it says it does not include any mode or principle of construction or anything which is in substance a mere mechanical device. For mechanical device, you go for, if it is new, you go for patenting, and does not include any trademark defined under the Trademark Act, or section any property mark defined under the section 479 of the Indian Penal Code, or any artistic work as defined in clause C of the Copyright Act. Because for artistic work, you go to the Copyright Act and you register it as copyright, and for trademark, you go to the trademark and you register it as a trademark, not under the designs. So, design is exclusively the visual appearance, or it is solely judged by the eye. And you can see the different shapes, it can be different shapes, whether it can be 2D patterns or it can be 3D patterns. It can be shapes, it can be lines, it can be composition, it can be color, and it can be even, you can see the combination of both 2D and 3D, so that it is aesthetic to the eye. The aesthetic appearance is actually the registrable as design. If the aesthetic aspect is new, it can be registered as a design. And also you can find n number of materials, industrial designs, so which can be registered. It can be a design of a vehicle, it can be even design of a bottle, it can be design of a chapel. So, this can be registered. So, whether it is a 2D or it is in the medium of 3D, it can be registered as a design. So, I would say that n number of materials which can be even a small, the design of a clip also can be registered, so that it can be protected as an intellectual property, and the protection is for a minimum period of which you can find the statutory period, it can be protected. And you can see that this definitely this is a beautiful bike, but the design is registered. It means that because as far as the vehicles are concerned, the design gives an aesthetic, the complete aesthetic look to that particular model. And these vehicles are sold mainly because of its models, and its aesthetic aspect and it is design. So, this can be registered as a design. So, industrial design, and most of the industries we can find that some of the industries like these, for example, the bike industry or car industry is entirely surviving on the protection of designs. If the designs are copied, designs are copied by its competitors. So, they are going to have a lot of economic loss. So, these designs can be registered. When we look into the designs, so simply we can say that it is the overall appearance of that particular product to our eye. So, the overall appearance must be new, then only it can be registered, and it can be the shape, it can be the pattern on that particular product, and it can be the ornamentation, and also it can be applicable, or it means that the visual appearance must be unique, then it can be registered as a design. And then whether it can be the product is manufactured or it can be handmade. So, these patterns can be there, this ornamentation can be in that particular kind of product which can be registered, these designs can be registered. And the operation of the work is not concerned about the designs, but because the operational aspect of the materials, the goods can be considered by the patent law, not by the design law. And the design law actually look into the aesthetic aspect or look of that particular product. For you can see, for example, you can see this beautiful cycle, and of course, this cycle is entirely going to be sold based on its new new design which is in it, which we are not seen in the market. So, if it is copied, then it is a complete economic loss to the inventor of this particular design. So, who is made this particular design. So, the entire aesthetic aspect, that is the crux of the design registration. And industrial designs, as I told you, the article always the design enhances the visual appearance and it differentiates between the products. The visual appearance, if it can be the same product, but the visual appearance differentiates that particular product. That means, if it differentiates a new pattern or a new visual appearance, then definitely it can be registered as a design. And mostly you can see that if you go to the market, you can find the perfume bottles are different designs. So, these bottles also can be registered. It can be 2D patterns or it can be 3D patterns, it can be registered. For example, we have talked about these 2D patterns. So, you can see a series of materials where it can be electrical, where it can be non-electrical, it can be a writing pen, or where it can be a timepiece, or even some the designs of chapels. All these can be the consumer products can get a design registration. So, once the design is registered, nobody else can copy it for a limited period of time.